Ms. Anna, are you ready? Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead and start this meeting. It is 4:31, and today's date is July 28th, Tuesday, 2026. Ms. Anna, can you please call for a quorum, please?
Yes, ma'am. Mayor Nori Garza.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Ruben Plata.
Present.
Councilwoman Jessica Ortega.
Present.
Councilwoman Marissa Gerlach.
Present.
Councilman Alberto Vela.
Present.
Mayor, we've established quorum.
Okay, next item is invocation and pledge of allegiance. Please stand.
Our Heavenly Father, we come before you with grateful hearts, thanking you for your many blessings and for the opportunity to serve our community. Help us work together in a spirit of cooperation, always seeking what is best for the residents and the future of our city. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ms. Anna, has any disclosures been submitted?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay.
We're just going to make an announcement. There's no disclosure requirement, Mayor, for any council member sitting on any boards for group funding items. So there are some budget items in here that you are funding like nonprofits. So if any of you are on any of those boards, there's no conflict for any of those for you to vote on.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
No conflict.
Okay. So the first item is the proclamation for Mission Hospital Safety Designation.
Mayor, Council, with us today we have Mr. Cesar Guerra, the CNO from Mission Regional Medical Center, as well as Ms. Elizabeth Aguirre. If they'd like to join me up here. I know this is a big honor for the hospital.
And if any of the other staff,
Other staff members.
please join. Yes.
The proclamation reads as follows. Whereas founded in 1954, Mission Regional Medical Center, then Mission Municipal Hospital, opened its doors as a 35-bed city-owned facility located on Bryce Drive. Whereas in 1987, Mission Hospital, renamed in 1981, was relocated to South Bryan Road in a newly constructed 110-bed facility. Whereas today, Mission Regional Medical Center is proud to serve the Mission community in a beautiful 297-bed campus, offering a variety of primary and specialty services. Whereas in July 2017, Mission Regional Medical Center became part of the Prime Healthcare Foundation, a charitable health foundation that includes 21 not-for-profit hospitals and associated with Prime Healthcare, one of the largest hospital systems in the nation, with 55 acute care hospitals in 15 states, of which 3 are located in South Texas, being Nat Medical Center in Weslaco, Harlingen Medical Center, and Mission Regional Medical Center. Whereas Mission Regional Medical Center is ranked among the top 10 hospitals in the country for clinical excellence and has received many awards, including for maternity care and orthopedic care, as well as an A grade for patient safety for 6 years in a row from the Leapfrog Group, a nonprofit national health care ratings organization. Whereas Mission Regional Medical Center is the only hospital in the Rio Grande Valley which has consistently received the A grade for patient safety, receiving the top grade 12 straight times, with the grades being updated twice annually in the fall and spring. Whereas Mission Regional Medical Center's multiple awards for patient safety are a testament to the work of physicians, nurses, and other healthcare professionals who are dedicated to providing the highest quality healthcare to residents of the Rio Grande Valley. Whereas Mission Regional Medical Center was also recently recognized for outstanding social responsibility, receiving an A grade on the Lone Institute Hospitals Index, and also received 5-star awards for care of pacemaker, diabetic emergency, hip fracture, and gallbladder patients, as well as excellence awards for gastrointestinal surgery and patient safety from Health Grades, a national company which specializes in healthcare information. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Mission, Do hereby congratulate Mission Regional Medical Center for outstanding achievement in being the only hospital in the Rio Grande Valley which has received the A grade for patient safety 12 state times from the Leapfrog Group. Proclaimed on this, the 28th day of July, 2026.
Mayor, I move to approve the proclamation as read.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve the proclamation as read. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. And congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council members, Chief Silva. On behalf of Mission Regional Medical Center and our entire team of physicians, nurses, staff, and everybody that cares for our patients, I want to reaffirm our commitment to providing the highest quality of care to the families of our great city of Mission. We are proud to share that we have achieved 12 straight A grades in patient safety from the Leapfrog Group, which is a national distinction that reflects our consistent focus on quality, safety, and clinical excellence. Our staff not just works here, we also live here. Before we started, we were chit-chatting about some new restaurants that are opening up in the area, and so this is our community, this is our home. And we take that responsibility seriously. We remain steadfast in our commitment to serving the citizens of Mission with safe, compassionate, and exceptional care. This group that's behind me is the purpose and the reason that we're here. And that's how we are able to take care of the patients that we take care of and achieve these accomplishments.
Very
But
good.
thank y'all.
Thank you. Congratulations again. Anybody else want to say a little something? No? Okay, all righty. Well, then we're going to go down for a picture. Okay. On that side, maybe some.
We are friendly.
Yeah, they promise. Can we get a couple of you over here on this side? Yeah. There we go. All right, y'all help me hold this.
Just want some doctors over here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure to meet you. Okay, the next item is a report from our Greater Mission Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Brenda?
Yes. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Wonderful activities happening at the Greater Mission Chamber of Commerce. Let me get this on. Perfect. Okay, so this is our monthly report for July. GMCC advocates for tourism and supports local businesses through promotion, education, and networking opportunity. A couple of highlights of this month in July was we celebrated the Buffalo Wild Wings Go. So we're excited to have a wing place here in town. We also have we also celebrated a wonderful group of ambassadors for our quarterly meeting. And of course, our ambassador program is available and open every year. We actually have ambassadors applications opening up in September for the following year. So we do invite any of the community who wants to come and promote their businesses to join us. We also hosted the Mission PD the Summer Youth Police Academy. So special thanks for our safety in the area. We celebrated a successful open house where we invite our members to tour our facilities, and we thank them as well. We highlighted our hotelier partners, Ocean Gate, and also our National Butterfly Center to promote tourism in the city of Mission. Happening tomorrow is our roundtable discussion, and we will be hosting these often with our different levels of membership. Tomorrow will be for those that are the premium and corporate level memberships, which are 1/4 of our entire membership. And at this roundtable discussion, we will be, every member that is attending will have an opportunity to share about their business, their services, highlight any wonderful business posts, and also current challenges, which will allow us to help direct our programming for the upcoming months. With our partners at UTRGV SBDC, we do have an educational seminar coming up on AI for small businesses, and this is open to the public as well as our members, and it is free of charge. Highlighting one of our local nonprofits, tomorrow is their last day for the youth summer workshops happening at Upper Valley Art League, and they were excited about the presence at this summer camp, and they're going to continue doing it every summer. Join us for a grand opening as we celebrate Elite Nutrition stores happening on Thursday, July 30th at 4 o'clock. So we do invite the community to come help celebrate another grand opening. The next day, we're also celebrating a ribbon cutting and back to school supply giveaway with Monarch Learning Academy as well. And the back to school festivities continue with a block party with our partners at South Texas Health System Children's Hospital, and that is happening on Saturday, August 1st. We're delighted to share that we are officially sold out for our Buenas Tardes Luncheon, which is one of our signature programs where we highlight a few community leaders. And we would like to give a special thanks to our title sponsors, which is Edwards Abstract and Title Company and Mission EDC. So thank you so much. On August 28th, we are celebrating Merle Norman Cosmetics, where we will be showcasing their business and welcoming them to the business community. And we celebrated 5 new businesses this month. Just a reminder that that businesses are welcome to join the Chamber of Commerce at any time throughout the year when they are ready. Kind reminder that our annual member banquet and installation of our board of directors is coming up, and we are open for award nominations. If you know of a business of the year, of a business leader of the year, or a nonprofit of the year that should be recognized, please, I invite the community to submit an award nomination so we can celebrate those wonderful businesses that make a part of our community. And an update on the Board of Directors ballot season. It happens every summer. Our board, the nominating committee has submitted the ballot that will be recommended to the Board of Directors at tomorrow's board meeting. If approved, we will then disseminate the ballots to our members for voting. Reminder, the Mission Chamber of Commerce is a member-elected board. And here's a brief of our upcoming events. Several of them we mentioned, but I will just highlight that on August 4th, we do have a groundbreaking ceremony for Mission Hope Seventh-day Adventist Church. On the 19th, we have 2 events. We have Coffee with the Chamber, which will be another roundtable discussion for our nonprofit organizations. And then we will be following up with a milestone celebration and member mixer for Comfort Inn. They have done a lot of updates, so we're excited to show this new development and expansion for our hotel industry. And our team recently mailed out a calendar of events to our members to keep them informed. And of course, our events are also available on our page. And if you are not already following us, please do so. And this concludes our monthly report, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, next item are the departmental reports. Those were in our packets. Are there any questions?
Mayor, I move to approve the reports as presented to us.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve the departmental reports as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Next item is citizens' participation. Ms. Ana, has anyone signed up?
No.
Okay. We'll go on to announcements. Mr. JP?
Hi, good afternoon, Mayor. Thank you. I have a couple of announcements. Next week, we have two events, which is the Coffee with the Mayor, which is on Thursday, August 6th, from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. here at Jitters, here on Bryan Road. After that, we're gonna have the push-in ceremony for engine 4 and 5, which is August 6th at 10 a.m. They're at the Mission Central Fire Station. Also, Lineberger is gonna have a free educational presentation for property taxes here in the City Hall, which is gonna be August 12th at 5:30 p.m. They're teaming up with the Tax Assessor's Office and Appraisal District, and they're giving a free educational presentation here at Mission City Hall. That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Andy?
Nothing on my end, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Council? Jess?
No, well, I attended something yesterday that I was super proud of. A couple of girls from actually the Hoya School District participated in doing some bird feeders at Banworth Park. So now our community can go and put 50 cents and feed our ducks there at Banworth Park with actual food and not bread, because bread, as you all know, can hurt them and may get sick. So kudos to them, and I'm very proud of them and the youth of our community that participate with city projects.
I just want to thank our ADC and the board, and we were today at the groundbreaking of one of the largest investments in that community. I think that speaks well, wish them well. I think they feel very comfortable in working with the people from our area, and we truly welcome them here. I mean, it's not something that happens every day to get somebody to invest $50 million. So we thank God for that.
Yes, thank you.
No comments.
Okay, all right, well, very good. I don't have any comments today. I just want to, I guess, just reiterate what Ms. Jessica and Ruben have said. We did go to that groundbreaking, and it was a huge event, and we wish them the best, and they're going to be a great asset for not just the city of Mission, but the whole region. And our little ones, our little Girl Scouts, they were so excited about their project, and it was something that actually we were thinking about doing, but they beat us to the punch. So that was really good to see. Okay, so we're going to move on to public hearing.
Mayor, City Council, good evening. The first item is a rezoning request from agricultural district to single-family residential district. This is on the east side of Moorfield Road, just south of Mile 2 Road, and it's for a proposed single-family subdivision in line with everything all around. It's existing zoning, aerial photo, survey, a photo from Moorfield, in line with the comprehensive plan. No one spoke in opposition. PNC recommended approval unanimously.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff?
Mayor, I would like to move for approval, please.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the rezoning request for an R1 zone. That would carry ordinance number 5837. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Next item.
And this ordinance number?
Yes, it was 5837.
The next item is a rezoning request from a multifamily residential district to general business district. This is along the south side of First Street, west of Sherry. And there's some existing townhouses at the site. And there's a proposed sale of the property, and the buyer is interested in converting the townhouses into a hotel. So the 34 townhouses will be converted to 34 hotel rooms. The applicant met with the fire department. There's some upgrades that will be needed to make the conversion. They have no issues making the updates. This is in line with our comprehensive plan. So that's the photo of the townhouses. And in the comprehensive plan, it calls for commercial for the whole area, so it's in line with the plan. Staff recommends approval.
Okay, is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? Okay, please step up. And if you'll state your name and address for the record. ¿Sí?
Ok, mi nombre es Gerardo Rodríguez. Estoy representando al comprador de esta propiedad que se va a convertir en un hotel. Una vez ya aprobada el rezoning, comenzaríamos con todos los trabajos de remodelación que se va a embellecer, todo lo que son áreas verdes, todo el frente, la fachada, todo va a cambiar. Entonces creemos que es un buen proyecto para la zona que es básicamente comercial.
Sí.
Es
Así
lo que
es.
puedo decir.
Okay, gracias.
Ok, gracias.
Anyone else like to speak in favor or in opposition? Any questions?
No, Mayor, I would like to make a recommendation to approve based on the staff recommendation in planning and zoning, and I think a great project.
Yes.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the rezoning request from R3 to C3. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, and that's ordinance number 5838. And congratulations. Yes, thank you. Next item.
It's a consideration of a conditional use permit for a mobile food unit in an existing approved food truck park. And this is the food truck park in Colorado, west of Taylor. And as you know, they're getting new mobile food units to fill the park. And so they're looking at going in that spot there.
Okay.
And we're recommending approval for 1 year.
All right. Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? Anyone that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff or a motion?
I move to approve, Mayor.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, and that's ordinance number 5839. Next item.
Conditional use permit for an event center along the south side of the expressway, west of Sherry. And this is an event center for kids' parties based on the photos that you will see. The maximum occupancy is 75 based on the 2 water closets, one for the men and one for the ladies. And we're recommending approval for 1 year.
Okay. All right. Is anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff?
Why would you want to go just 1 year? I mean, they're making a big investment. I mean, I think there's no alcohol, right?
No alcohol.
For the
So
kids.
we came up with this guide to help us with the recommendations. So with the guide that we prepared, the first time we're recommending 1 year just to test it out in case of noise concerns. If there's no issues in 1 year, we're going to recommend 2 years. And then after that, 3 years. And then after that, life of the year. So we're just making sure that there's no issues that may come up, like noise. Or
Okay,
parking.
the kids start screaming.
Yeah, well, yes. If you want to go longer, because it is for kids, you can.
Are the owners here?
I'm not sure if the applicant is here.
Yes, they're right there.
I think you're making a good investment there. I mean, just keep the noise or something, but I think I would recommend a 2 year. I think it's that area needs a lot of, activity, and I think the more we help them, the better. I don't know how the rest of the council feels. I mean, there's no alcohol or anything.
No, it's clearly for kids' birthday parties.
I'll
I'll
second.
second. And just as the hours of operation are from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and 11 to 10 p.m., so they're not late hours. That would be okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
And you
okay,
do-
so there is a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit for 2 years, and this would be ordinance number 5840. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Yes.
Next is a conditional use permit to allow a mobile food unit. This is at the northeast corner of 6th Street and Sherry, in front of Pasteles de Gavi business. And the location has been, there were some concern about drainage during the workshop. The applicant and I met with the officials from engineering, and we came up with a better location, which is highlighted in this site plan. So it's in front of the parking spaces, facing Cherry. So that will be the new location. And that's a rendering submitted by the applicant of the proposed mobile food unit and the products that she's proposing to sell. In compliance with the ordinance, is more than 1 mile from any existing mobile food unit.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Any questions for staff?
Mayor, would like to make a motion to approve, but I like how they put the pavers. I think it looks so much cleaner and nice.
Oh, yes.
It does look nice.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented. That would be ordinance number 5841. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, and that's 4-0. Next item.
It's a conditional use permit to allow a mobile food unit. Also a new one. This one is at the nursery along the south side of Mile 2 Road, west of Conway, just west of Compton. And so in this nursery, it turns out that it's like a little oasis that we didn't know there was a lake inside. So they're proposing to extend that deck, and so there's a house there. They're proposing to build a restroom facilities on the side of the house, and that's the site plan. So they're proposing to extend the deck in the middle of the lake and have that mobile food unit in that yellow area. They're proposing to add parking spaces. So as people are shopping for plants, they can get a cup of coffee or some pastries. So the applicants feel it will complement their business. In compliance with the ordinance, more than 1 mile from an existing mobile food unit.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff?
I'm going to approve the Oasis.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Is there a second?
Second.
they should call it that, the little oasis.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit at 305 West Mile 2. That would carry ordinance number 5842. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously 5-0. Thank you very much. Next item.
So this is a renewal of the conditional use permit to allow the portable buildings for the the Excellence in Leadership Academy, which is a public school district, a public charter school, and they're leasing space from the Luz de las Naciones church. Those are the portable buildings. So during the workshop, we discussed having the same requirement from the previous cases to allow them for 2 years and no renewals. I met with the applicants, and they have no objections to building a concrete skirt around each building, and the pastor is also in agreement. So everybody, I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Okay, very good. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Any questions for staff?
I'm going to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously 5-0, and that's ordinance number 5843. Next item.
This is the food truck park on 307 West Town Landry. We have discussed this many times. This is the renewal of the food truck park. Since there haven't been any complaints from the neighbors, no objections from anybody, we're recommending life of the use, with the understanding it could be revoked for non-compliance.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff?
I'm going to approve, Mayor.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented and recommended for life of use. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0, and that's ordinance number 5844. Next item.
It's a conditional use permit renewal for a mobile food unit on South Inspiration, south of the expressway. And that's the photo of the unit. Since there haven't been any problems, we're recommending 2 years.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Are there any questions for staff? A motion?
I move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as requested, and that would be ordinance number 5845. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Next item.
It's a zoning ordinance amendment to require access easements on commercial developments to make sure there's connectivity between commercial developments on the sites so that you don't have to get on the street to access the. So right now we have a policy in place to require that, but not in an ordinance. In case we get challenged by a developer, it's important to have it in an ordinance. I work with Mr. Ramirez on the language, and the ordinance is ready for approval.
Very good. Thank you so much. I think that's very important. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Any questions for staff or comments?
I move to approve.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve the ordinance number 5846. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is consent agenda, and those are items 15 through
33.
22.
Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda.
No action on item 18,
No action on item note.
the interlocal with Awasad.
Okay.
Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda item with the exception of number 18.
Okay. There's a motion
Second.
and a second to approve the consent agenda items 15 through 22 with the omission of number 18, which we will take no action. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Approvals and authorizations.
Well, what are we doing with 18? Are we just pulling it or
We're gonna
tabling
bring it back next week because Awasad has not approved it
So
yet.
then there's no
They're gonna-
recommendation right now?
No, you're right,
Then we can skip on it.
Okay. Item number 23.
So we have an application for a homestead exemption variance. The owner would like to build his house in this property that is not properly subdivided, and so he qualifies under the code of ordinances that we have for this situation. This went before P&Z and they recommended approval. And this is on Barnes. On the east side of Adams, just south of, between Barnes and Blake. And the applicant would like to build his house in this property.
So the house is going to front on Adams Street?
Yeah, the front is going to be Adams.
Because it looks like it has frontage to Lee Street as well, right? I guess I have an option.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions for staff?
I move to approve.
There's a motion.
Second.
And a second to approve the homestead exemption variance for 1040 Adams Avenue. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Next item.
It's a subdivision named Summercrest Oaks Estates, and it's at the northwest corner of Taylor and Mile 2. And they're proposing a single-family homes. It's a proposed gated subdivision in line with the large lot zoning that we have in that property.
Mayor, I move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the proposed Summercrest Oaks Estate. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay, next item is the acceptance of quarterly report of investments for the quarter ending June 30th, 2026.
Good afternoon, Mayor and council persons. This is basically that report that you made a reference to for the quarter ending June 30th. The total withdrawals for the period was $5,992,233.72, leaving a balance of $20,799,067.63 for that quarter ended. For this period, the total interest that was earned was $302,987, of which consisted of $210,615 in investments and $92,372 in demand deposits. Staff and co-interim city manager recommend approval.
I move to approve, Mayor.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the quarterly investments report as presented. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0.
The next item, Mayor, is a presentation of the 2026 budget to actual report for the quarter ending of June 26. Of course, on this one, basically, what we're showing is that on the general fund, we've have collected 76.38% of the revenue of what was budgeted and expended 67.43% on expenditures, which is way below the benchmark of 75% at this point in time. On the utility side, we've collected 69% of on the revenue projection, and we've only expended 56%. On the golf course, we've collected 52% of what was budgeted and have expended 54%. And I understand it's in the next quarter, it'll be picking up tremendously. And lastly is the event center. We've expended 66% of received in revenue 66% on revenue and expended 66.47%. And that one we're kind of doing fairly well considering in prior years.
Okay, very good. Are there any questions?
Move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the actual report of quarter ending June 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0.
Next item, Mayor, deals with a discussion and possible action on matters related to the presentation of the unaudited financial statements for the month of June of 2026. On the general fund, we received $3.15 million and expended 5.9, which gave us an excess of 2.8 in the deficiency side, but factoring the other financing sources, which basically comprises of the transfer ins of $411,000, we had a net position of 2.39 in the negative. On the utility fund, we generated $2.06 million in revenues, expended 1.29, which we resulted in $759,000 in excess. So basically, we did pretty well on there. The golf course, we had $99,000 in revenues, expended $126,000 with a deficiency of $27,000, but yet with the other financing sources of $110,000, we had a change in net position of positive $83,000. The solid waste, we had $851,000 in revenues, expenditures amounted to 1.4, plus another transfer out of $438,000. We realized a negative change in position of $994,000. Bear in mind that this is a quarter where we make our annual payments of $881,000 for the sanitation trucks. So that's why this month next year is our last year that we'll be making that payment.
Awesome.
And we're going to be strategizing in the future budgets. On the event center, basically we realized revenue of $64,000 and expended $69,000 expenditures with a deficiency of $5,000, including the other financing sources, which are the transfer ins. We had a change in net position of $8,000. And that's the presentation on that item.
Okay. Are there any questions for staff?
So you need an approval,
Council?
action to approve?
It does say action.
Yes.
So I move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the unaudited financial statements for the month of June as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Mayor, I would like to ask a question to Mr. Garcia. Andy, are we looking into what we're going to do in these coming months to prevent us from going over at the event center?
Yes, you're referring to like towards the end of the year?
Yes.
So I mean, typically what we do for the event center is we do transfer in directly from the general fund. So to ensure that we have a balanced budget in the general, inside the event center fund, that's something that we do before the end of the year. So I mean, but for the most part, they've been very aggressive as it pertains to also trying to improve rent revenues and beverage increases as well. So I think that one of the biggest benefits that's going to be specifically in that area is that new hotel development up front. So that'll likely bring in some additional, hotel motel, traffic as well as new convention revenues.
Okay. I do understand that Ms. Lerma was coming to one of our meetings when we discussed the park. And she had a presentation, so I'd like to see, Mayor, if we could have a workshop to discuss Ms. Lerma's plans on different projects and her budget and all of that for the event center.
Yes, I think we're going to have that opportunity.
Yeah, so we do have the budget workshop. We did take the largest budgeted departments. So the event center was not one of those because they fall under the cap. If that's something that you would like to visit, we can put that into the budget workshop because we do have reserved spaces for those.
You want to do that?
Yes, I know she prepared something, and I would hate for us not to give her that opportunity to give us some feedback.
Yes, no, of course. We can add her.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next item.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council, Co-City Managers. Item number 29 is a discussion and possible action on matters related to the approval of resolution number 2074, authorizing the approval.
Yeah, we did. Skip 28. Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. That was one of them. Yep, that's what I have.
Well, go ahead, Michael. Go
Sure,
ahead.
okay,
Go ahead
I
with
can-
your
I can complete that one.
Yes, You're already there.
Not a problem, Mayor. If that's okay.
Yes.
Really? Okay. So again, that was resolution number 2074, authorizing the approval for FY 26-27 CDBG final annual action plan and appointing co-city manager as the authorized representative to execute subrecipient agreements. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, requires local jurisdictions to prepare and submit an annual action plan in order to receive federal funds through the Community Development Block Grant Program. The annual action plan describes the activities that will be undertaken with the CDBG funds in furtherance of the objectives set forth in the 5-year consolidated plan and strategy 2023 through 2027. On April 29, 2026, the draft of the annual action plan was available at the Community Development Office and the city's official website. As required by HUD, public hearings were held by the City Council on June 23, 2026, and the Citizens Advisory Committee, or the CAC, on July 1st, 2026 to solicit input on the CAC's proposed funding recommendations for public service agencies and city departments for the annual action plan. Comments on the proposed hearings, there was no comments received. The 30-day comment period ended on July 7, 2026. The Citizens Advisory Committee made its funding recommendations utilizing the city's FY26-27 CDBG allocations of $889,523 with additional program income generated by the Housing Assistance Program of $102,637.67 and FY25-26 reprogrammed income of $751.38 for a grand total of $999,912 with 5 cents available for this coming fiscal year. Mayor, we did have a workshop last week and there were some recommendations from yourself and City Council. I'd like to read the recommendations for discussion purposes. So the recommendations for the funding allocations would include lift stations in the amount of $391,592.76. That project is going to be led by city mission staff. Also, we have a fire department with the fire equipment fire hoses in the amount of $128,690. Fire department with the equipment for fire prevention protection gear in the amount of $17,046.62. And we have public services, Amigos del Valle, in the amount of $24,000. Camp University in the amount of $3,000. Casa of Hidalgo County in the amount of $3,000. Comfort House Services in the amount of $5,000. Community Hope Projects in the amount of $3,000. LRGVDC Aging and Disability Resource Center in the amount of $3,000. LRGVDC Area Agency on Aging in the amount of $3,000. Silver Ribbon Community Partners in the amount of $3,000. The Mission Police Youth Recruits Program, which is also a Mission Police Department project, in the amount of $10,000. We also have, under the Home Ownership Assistance, Affordable Homes of South Texas with the recommendation of funding in the amount of $20,000. And we have a Housing Assistance Program for reconstruction in the amount of $180,000. And we have General Administration in the amount of $198,582.67, which is a grand total of $992,912.05. Mayor, on the resolution, we also have secondary projects listed as public facilities and improvements. In the scenario that there's additional funding available, or in the scenario where a project primarily designated is unable to complete its task, we can award a secondary project as we find fitted under the category of public facilities and improvements. So Mayor, with that being said, staff and city manager are recommending approval.
Okay, thank you. Additions or changes?
I don't.
No? Okay, anything else? Any discussion?
I just want to ask, to be fair, I know that you read a couple of things for the fire. Did the police department, that's all they asked for, was the $10,000 for the?
Yes, ma'am.
That's
For
all-
the youth
that's all they were
services, yes. And we send out a mass email, and we meet with the departments and we ask for their askings. As you're well aware, there are plenty of grants that we do go after with the police department. So this is what they submitted for this
Okay,
program.
I just wanted, for the record and
Yes,
for
ma'am.
transparency, that we're doing their requests.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
there's a motion and a second to approve resolution number 2074. Is that correct, Ms. Ana? Yes. Okay, for the approval of fiscal year 26-27 for CDBG Final Annual Action Plan. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0.
Thank you, Mayor.
Go ahead and do the next one
We do
since you're
last
there.
Of course.
Yes.
Item number 30 is seeking discussion and possible action on matters related to the rejection of all proposals received in response to RFP 26-411-05-14 for municipal aggregated electrical supply and electric-related services and authorization to resolicit the RFP. The City Council previously authorized city to solicit proposals for municipal aggregate electrical supply and electric-related services under the RFP 26-411-05-14, which 3 proposals were received. However, 2 were determined to be non-responsive due to the incomplete submissions, leaving only 1 responsive proposal for evaluations. To promote greater competition and ensure the best overall value of the city, staff recommends rejecting all proposals and resoliciting the RFP. Resolicitation is expected to encourage broader participation from qualified providers and allow for a more competitive evaluation of services. Staff and co-city managers recommend approval.
Okay, any questions or motion?
Well, you recommend rebidding, rejecting and rebidding.
Rejecting
not
and rebidding,
approval.
that's correct. Oh, correct,
Reject
yes.
and rebidding.
I'll make a motion to reject and rebid.
Right, there's a motion
Second.
and a second to reject all proposals and rebid the service. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 28.
I apologize for skipping number 28.
It's okay.
Number 28 is a consideration and action to approve the utilization of 2021 certificate of obligation bond proceeds for the emergency wastewater treatment plant repairs that was done recently, and to approve any budget amendment and authorize payments of related expenditures. We had around $1.2 million still left over on this bond issue, and this is an eligible activity to be use the funds for, and that was the presentation that Ms. Co-Manager J.P. Terraza gave. Was it last meeting? Yes, so we're just basically asking for approval to make that payment.
Okay.
I move to approve.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve the 2021 certificates of obligation for emergency wastewater treatment plant repairs. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you for
item is-
knowing me to allow me to come.
That's okay. Item number 31. Ms. Munguia.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Item number 31 is the discussion and possible action regarding authorization to award contracts resulting from requests for proposals number 26-506-07-20, employee benefit plans for third-party administrator network, pharmacy benefit management, international sourcing of FDA-approved prescription drugs, stop-loss insurance, and voluntary dental insurance. The city received a total of 9 proposals in response to the RFP. Following an initial review for compliance with the requirements established in the solicitation documents, 4 proposals were determined to be non-responsive and were removed from further consideration. Staff, agent of record, and consultant reviewed the proposals, and it has been determined that the following recommendations for award would be best and most advantageous to the city. I'm going to list them now. For third-party administrator, staff and city manager are recommending Curative. Pharmacy benefit management, staff and city managers are recommending Curative. International sourcing of FDA-approved prescription drugs to reject. The stop-loss insurance, Curative. Voluntary dental, UMR, United Healthcare. Staff and city manager recommend approval.
Okay, I would like to take this item into executive session. So can we just not act on it?
There's no action, we'll
No
talk
action
about
for
it in
now?
executive.
Yes.
And Mayor, if we have any questions, Mr. Garcia can answer them in executive?
Yes.
Okay, so you want us to
And
ask over
so
there?
can
Okay.
Mr. Ramirez. Yes.
I just, if I could just ask Ms. Munguia one thing. Are these new to the city or they're already existing?
Curative is new. They're all new. Curative is new and United Healthcare is new.
Okay,
So
thank
we will
you.
be switching.
Ms. Munguia, may I ask one question to you on the spreadsheet? Curative did not submit any, am I looking at this correctly, any references? It says
I
none submitted
have
or?
to look at the solicitation.
Well, the thing is that when we don't have the entire packet, since it was just, given today, so it's not on,
Oh, okay.
on
Okay.
this.
Okay. Thank you.
Do we have time for those people to present to us, or it's kind of just too late?
We'd like to approve, possible if you need those presentations, we can certainly pick up the phone, call them, and probably set something up on Teams. I don't think they're local.
Yes, and just a note on that. I mean, it would have to be a quick turnaround. So one of the things that we had discussed when we had gone out for the solicitations is, as a part of the process, it was going to be very close, to the actual open enrollment date. So the timeline's pretty short, but it's something that we could definitely look at doing. We would just need to come back and look at the timeline.
So the previous ones, Ms. Munguia, were they local?
We had a rep, it was Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then we had Emeritus. We had a local rep in Harlingen for that one.
I personally feel a little uncomfortable, to do this in a rush, so I personally do not want to vote on this. That's my opinion.
We can discuss it.
We can discuss it a little further in the executive session. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is a presentation of the proposed preliminary budget for fiscal year 2026-27.
Thank you. So today, what we're presenting to you today is the preliminary budget. So as required by the City of Mission Charter, we're required to at least present the budget a little bit earlier than typical state statute. So the charter makes us, of course, come out and present this information. Just as you know, as a part of the process, I mean, we just recently received our tax valuations. So the charter kind of asked for it early, but even then, we can't really make the projections until the tax office actually gives us the appraisal, the appraisal amounts. So we did receive the appraisal amounts. That's kind of one of the things that I wanted to talk about in the preliminary budget session, at least so you're aware. It was actually a pleasing, type of assessment. I was thinking that the exemption increases were actually going to overwhelm the valuations. That's what I personally thought. So as of now, one of the things that I want to report, as of 2026, currently the valuations is about $6.42 billion. So in 2026. In 2025, we were at about $6.2 billion. So overall, it's about a $218 million increase. So from that increase in valuations, new market value, we had about $226 million in new market value, as opposed to last year, we were looking at $141 million in new market value. So that's also a net increase of about $84 million in market improvements alone. That's actual new development. That's not something that's been increased in valuation. So alone, one of the things that I did see increase is exemptions. So as you know, a lot of the state exemptions that are currently being thrown around at the state level did have an impact. It was about $155 million. So currently the exemption requests were about almost $972 million in valuations. So it was about $155 million increase from prior year. So as we acquire this information, the next step for us is to conduct the tax rate calculations directly with the tax assessor collector now that we've acquired the actual appraised values, and that's the next approach, right? I do want to talk a little bit about the highlights just to make sure that we note it out loud as it pertains to the current preliminary budget that is subject to change. So right now, as it pertains to our general fund for fiscal year 2027, we're looking at about $64,246,587 in revenue. Total revenue and transfers together is about $68.5 million. So operating appropriations, which are all of our expenses for our general fund departments plus transfer outs, we're at about $68.5 million, leaving about a $34,000 change in net position. And that's as of today, right? Our next major fund, which I'm really just talking about the general and utility fund. Some of the other funds are actually in the preliminary packet, and it's available on the website as well for anybody that wants to review it. So for the utility fund, total resources, including revenues and transfers, we're looking at about $24.1 million. And total appropriations for utility fund of about $24.1 million, leaving it about $12,000 as of now on net change in net position. So there were a couple of things that we're still adjusting and we're working on directly with the department, so that those values will increase. Those are things that we are working on directly with them as well. So all in all, the major stats that I wanted to mention is for 27, as it pertains to major revenues, we're looking at about $27.9 million in property tax in current valuations. We have been doing really well, surprisingly, on delinquent tax. So we've seen some of the better years in front of us today, and we're looking at almost $500,000 in delinquent tax collections from prior years, along with $411,000 in penalty and interest charges. Sales tax has also been on an incline. Prior year, we were actually at about $27.1 million. We're expecting to be at about $28.8 million in the 2027 year with the growth projections in sales tax. So all of that is disclosed in the preliminary budget. We are going to be having our budget workshops with the council on August 5th and August 6th, which is Wednesday and Thursday of next week at 4 p.m. And we are going to have a budget workshop wrap up with the entire council based off of those workshops on August 18th, which is a Tuesday at 4 p.m. So those are the three major dates. And again, this is the first time that we're really going to be pushing this back out. But with this budget, we're also going to be passing a budget book. So if you haven't seen the budget book before, it actually shows you the dollar values, but it'll show you key performance indicators. It'll talk a lot about the different types of debt that the city does. It's a more transparent document, right? That's what we wanted to leave you with here today. That's it on my end. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you. And this is just a presentation, so thank you
Correct.
very much. Okay, next item.
Next item is consideration actions, matters related to setting the public hearing for the FY 26-27 annual budget on September 8th, 2026. Section 9.06, notice of public hearing on budget. At the meeting of the city council at which the preliminary budget is being submitted, the city council shall fix the time and place of a public hearing on the budget and shall cause to be published in newspaper of general circulation within the city of Mission. A notice of hearing setting forth the time and place thereof at least 10 days before the date of such hearing. The public hearing date, time, and location will be published in the local newspaper. Staff and co-interim city managers recommend approval.
Okay. Are there any questions? Is there a motion to approve the date for the hearing, September 8th, 2026?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the dates of September 8th, 2026 for the 2026-2027 annual budget.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the hearing date for our annual budget. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't believe there's any unfinished business. Next item is executive session, where we will be taking a look at item number 30. And is there a motion?
I so move.
There's a motion and a second to go into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.87. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Is there a motion to go back into regular session?
I so
I
move.
move to reconvene.
There's
Second.
a motion and a second to reconvene. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. Item number 31? Yes. Are there any other questions for staff or a motion to be offered?
Mayor, based on our conversation and all of the questions that have been answered, I move to go by the recommendation of the staff and the county and the city manager's recommendation.
Second.
Okay, there is a motion and a second to authorize and award contracts resulting from request of proposals number 26506-0720 employee benefit plans for third-party administration, pharmacy benefit management, international sourcing for FDA-approved prescription drugs, stop-loss insurance, and voluntary dental insurance. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. And item number 1 are in executive session. Is there a motion?
I move to approve and discuss in executive session.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to move forward with the 380 grant agreement by and between the City of Mission and Black & Decker as discussed in executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 5-0. And is there a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
There's a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Thank you all.